Warrior Cats is a series with a lot of cats. The allegiances posted at the start of every book has steadily climbed from a dozen cats to over 100 of them. In total, Warrior Cats has over 1.5 thousand cats according to the wiki, impossible for one person to remember. Because of the sheer amount of cats, some names and character ideas are repeated. There are 3 milk furs according to the wiki. Finding inspirations from naming characters is hard, especially with a series like Warrior Cats with unique naming rules. You can't search female names starting with A and go from there. And as for ideas, there's the reason why evil brown tabbies become a stereotype within the fandom. Sometimes errands decide to take inspiration for Warrior Cats from the real world, and name cats after real people, or even cats. It's shocking how many cats are named after people. Not just side characters, some main characters are named after real beings as well. Find out which ones in this video. Before we get started, if you are new to this channel, please think about subscribing. I regularly post both Wings of Fire and Warrior Cats content so you'll never be bored. And to my current subscribers, thank you so much for supporting me. I wouldn't have gotten here without y'all. Now without further ado, let's talk about Warrior Cats based on / named after real people. Let's start with the protagonist of the series, Firestar. According to Cherith Baldry, Firestar may or may not be based off of a cat who Kate knew. Both Sorreltail and Bramblestar are named after Cherith's cats, Bramble and Sorrel. One has to wonder how she feels about the fandom's perception towards her cat's self-insert these days. Miley, Graystripe's wife who can talk to dogs, is named after the cat of James Noble. James Noble is one of the editors working at Working Partners, and he likely assisted in the production of Warrior Cats and other Aaron Hunter series. Briarlight's story was inspired by one of Vicky's family members. Originally, Briarlight was not based on him. After Briarpaw had her accident and was paralyzed, she was not intended to survive much longer. However, Vicky's cousin had an injury resulting in paralysis, which reminded her of Briarpaw. Vicky realized that she did not want to kill off Briarpaw as she had intended to because of that. Instead, she decided to have Briarpaw survive and recover as she wanted her cousin to do so as well. Eventually, Briarpaw became the warrior Briarlight. I'm glad Briarlight's story ended up how it did. I know it has connected to countless disabled people in the fandom who faced similar circumstances to her. It is a shame though that the second that Vicky left, the new team decided to kill off Briarlight, considering how much she meant to both Vicky and disabled fans. There are 3 cats who you have more than likely not heard about who are based on real people: Bright Spirit, Braveheart, and Shining Heart. This section contains some more sensitive stuff, so if you want to skip it, I would not blame you. The timestamp is on screen here. Bright Spirit is a StarClan cat and former member of SkyClan. She was likely a warrior when she was alive. She was seen in both Long Shadows and in the play Beyond the Code. Most people do not know this, but the plays have been performed in live, and were not just written to never be acted. The play was performed for a fundraiser at a high school in order to help victims from a tornado. In the play, Bright Spirit convinces J-Paw to share prey with the other clans during a harsh leaf fair. In the books, Bright Spirit helps J-Paw find catnip in a time of need. Bright Spirit was based off of Emmy Grace Cherry, a Warrior Cats mega fan who lost her life in a tornado. The parents of Bright Spirit, Braveheart and Shining Heart, were also based on her parents who passed in a tornado as well. Bright Spirit was added to the series after the Aarons learned of the tornado and how much of a Warriors fan Emmy was. They decided to name a character after her in order to memorialize her in a way that she would have wanted. The Aarons did more than simply make a character for Emmy Grace Cherries. They also created an auction in which they sold off Warriors memorabilia, which went to the Warriors Relief Fund, which helped victims of the tornado. Spirit was originally a suffix just intended for Bright Spirit to have. However, the suffix was later an option for Rootspring to have for a suffix during the suffix poll held for him. He obviously ended up not having that suffix. Moving on to territory a bit lighter, Ivy Pool is also named after a real-life person. I'd like you to guess what the real-life person's name is. Is it just Ivy? No. It is, drumroll please, quite literally Ivy Pool. In real life, Ivy Pool is Vicky's friend's daughter. Their names match so close, it's shocking that a person with what is practically a warrior's name like that is just walking around. Flower, a kitty pet from Dawn of the Clans, is named after Katie's pet cat, Flower. One cat that you are likely not aware is based off of a real person or a real person's cat is Silverhawk. Silverhawk is a Dark Forest background cat who gained attention after betraying Ashford in the Broken Code arc. One point of interest about Silverhawk is his backstory. Like most Dark Forest cats, their full story is unknown. However, glimpses that we did catch of his backstory were interesting, making people want to know more about him. In the book, Silverhawk confesses to killing his leader so his son could take his place, but failing. He also possesses a lot of love for his mate, Emberdawn, despite his current circumstances. Silverhawk was based on the user Silverhawk from BlogClan. BlogClan was a website run by one of the Aarons. Silverhawk helped to code and set up some of the sites. In return, the Aarons decided to include them in the books. Silverhawk is still active on the internet even if they are no longer interested in warriors. A link to a video they made about the origins of Silverhawk is in the description. The final cat named after someone, or some cats in real life, is Wafflepaw. Wafflepaw was winner of the recent Put Your Cat in a Series poll and appeared as one of the cats in the park, who later joined Frostpaw when she returned to the clans. Wafflepaw's inspiration is real-life Waffle. Waffle is owned by Basil Cat, a warrior cats YouTuber and animator who has made an impact on a fandom with their countless map projects, including one where they pretended to be every animator. I highly recommend checking them out if you haven't already. Those are all the cats based off of real people or cats or just someone's OC seen in warrior cats. If I missed any, comment them down below. If you could name one cat in the series, what would the name be? Make sure to comment that as well. If you liked this video, feel free to subscribe. I make Wings of Fire and Warrior Cats videos pretty often, and your support would mean a lot to me. And to those who have already subscribed, thank you so much for your continued support. I wouldn't have gotten here without y'all. Peace, Rogan out.